Hi, I'm Adriana.
Hi, I'm Celeste.
Hi, I'm Javier.
Hi, I'm Kaylee. Hi, I'm Lisa.
We can do this. My name is Madison, and I'm okay to be on camera.
Alright, and Madison, how do you feel about underage drinking? Wait, that's not the question. That's my bad. How do you feel about lowering the age of drinking to 18?
I have mixed feelings about it. I feel like people that are under 21 do it anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not really sure what difference it would make. I think if you legalize something, it kind of takes like the coolness out of it. So I think there's like a cool factor in there about like, oh, I'm so cool, I'm under 21 and I'm drinking and I'm not supposed to, so I'm gonna do it in like a really sneaky, like kind of dangerous way.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if it's legalized, like it won't be as cool anymore. And because I don't know, like a lot of 21-year-olds that like go out and get crazy. It's like mostly underage people. So
Yeah. And what if I told you that drinking when you're at a younger age actually, sorry, what was it? It like messes up your brain. Oh yeah. Your brain's not fully mature yet, so that drinking underage could actually damage it or lower the drinking.
I mean, I believe it. I'm sure that it does, along with probably like a million other things that we do that we probably shouldn't. So honestly, I don't think it would stop anybody from doing it because at the end of the day, like I feel like people are just gonna do whatever they want, whatever's cool or whatever feels good, or you know.
So they're doing it anyway, so like might as well lower it and increase the tax for it or something, get some more money out of it.
I'm not sure if I agree with it. I'm just saying I don't know if it could necessarily be really bad because kids that are 18 are doing it anyways. So
Yeah, for sure. Okay, thank you for your participation.
You're welcome.
How do you feel about lowering the drinking age of alcohol to 18?
I personally agree with it, and not just because I'm not 21, but mainly because I feel that you can join the military at 18, you can buy a gun at 18, so I don't understand why you can't go have a beer at 18. If you can go serve your country and die for your country, I think you should be able to legally go have a beer.
Alright, and what about the statistics that say that the driving while drunk accidents decreased when the age was raised to 21?
I think that it may have decreased, but people are still doing it, and people still get alcohol legally under 21, and I think that if you give people the privilege, they might take it a little bit more seriously.
Alright.
So maybe they could reevaluate that.
Alright, thank you for your consideration.
Yep. Yeah.
On camera. Alright, so the question we're asking today is, how do you feel about lowering the drinking age to 21, or to 18?
To 18, I think it's a good idea because, well, I've lived in Europe, and so I've seen like the differences in the lifestyle, and I think that the reason we have so many problems is because people are waiting until they're 21, you know, well, not waiting until they're 21, I guess, which is causing a lot more problems than helping the situation. And you know, you look at like drunk driving and things like that, it's mostly people under the age of 21, or like, you know, that are just getting in trouble and going behind the back. So it's like, if it's lower, you have less problems. Yeah. It's just lowering it and people like controlling themselves, I think, would be the problem. But I definitely think it would be a good idea.
So how about the idea that, or we found some statistics that say that the drunk driving accidents actually lessened once the drinking age was raised to 21.
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a good idea. I don't know if our generation would handle it very well.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only problem. Like, as soon as you lower it, people are going to go crazy. But I think that it would be like a gradual change. Like, you can't just say, oh, tomorrow the drinking age is like 18.
Yeah.
So I think it would have to definitely be like gradual change, and there would be a lot of work that would have to go into it.
And then while in Europe, since the drinking age is younger, did you experience more or less binge drinking?
Oh, less, for sure.
Less, for sure.
For sure. It's so much more controlled. And there's not like the nasty drunk, you know, like everybody's drinking just to get drunk. Like it's a very, very social thing.
Yeah.
And because like it's it's like part of the family, like a dinner, you know, like it's all very much like a social thing. It's not like a let's get drunk and go crazy sort of lifestyle, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Drinking age of 21.
Yeah.
I feel like too, when you told her an opposing side, when you like gave arguments, that she was like open-minded to being like, well, yeah, like that's a possibility, but this is my experience.
Yeah. Okay, so do you think we should give her like a 5 for evidence to back up their views, and then
I would agree with that.
like a 4 for opposing or whatever? Because she still like had like
She's still
something to
stuck
say about her
opinion.
opinion, but she was still open to it.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Let's do 4 here, 5 here. Did they lack time to think about what they were going to say before they answered?
No, I feel like she was pretty like straightforward and easy to the point with
Yeah.
her
Yeah,
answer.
yeah, and she definitely didn't like
She didn't have a lot
just
of
rush what
pauses.
she. Yeah.
Was that a
So
good
what do
thing or
you
a bad
think?
thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like she knows her stuff. She didn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know.
Well, yeah, too, because they were saying like for critical thinking, like sometimes you do need to
Take time to think
and not just stick to like what you know. Like you need to like think outside the box. Like it could be.
Should we do like a 3 then? Because it's like in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think once she heard the opposing view, she was like, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
she like paused for a little bit and then she like kept going with her argument.
Yeah.
But there was definitely some like pauses.
Okay, so listening attentively, or did she interrupt before the interview was finished? I think she did really well with that, and she definitely made like eye contact throughout the whole video. Like she didn't seem to like be trying to, I don't know, look away and not pay attention completely. So what do you think? Like a 5?
Probably a 5.
Yeah.
Was she honest with what she knew?
Yeah, she didn't she didn't know the
at one
driving
point,
statistics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think like a 5 on that one too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And did they control their feelings throughout the interview?
Yeah, there's
I
no
think
like
so.
explosions.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she seemed very mellow throughout like the whole video. It's like a 5 again. They were consistent with their thoughts throughout the interview. They didn't bounce back and forth between ideas or like opposing views.
I feel like she mainly stuck to her opinion, but I think there was like when you said, "What about this?" She was kind of sounds like maybe
Like leaned a little bit the other way.
The majority of time, I think she definitely stuck to her own experience and opinion.
So like a 4 then.
Yeah.
Okay. And she seemed excited regarding the controversial topic.
I think she was excited just because she had the experience.
And she had like the background and the
So she was like definitely willing to talk about it.
So she knew what to talk about, and that wasn't just like surprised about the question.
Yeah.
So should we do like a 4? She did not make eye contact. She definitely did that. She started moving her hands a little bit, but I don't think it was like nervous fidgeting. I think it was just
I
exactly.
was nervous fidgeting the whole time.
She wasn't crossing her legs or arms. She made hand gestures, but only I think that was only like how she was describing things versus. And there was no aggressive behavior. So should we do like a 5 on that one then?
Yeah.
Were they able to accept the opposing view or even change their view? She didn't change her view, but I think she was accepting of it. Yeah.
I don't mind being. Am I going? I don't mind being on camera.
All right.
Got my juice. I'm good to go.
All right. How do you feel about the drinking age being lowered to 18?
I personally don't drink, but I don't really have a problem with it. So long as I think our culture is such a abstain and then binge kind of mentality that I think maybe it'd be good to ease people into it instead of using alcohol. I think it's better for people to drink casually than to abuse it. So yeah, I think I'd be in favor of it.
do you think that lowering the drinking age would make people binge drink more, or do you think it would like maybe even it out because they're like, oh, we can just drink casually now that like we're adults, we don't have to wait 3 more years?
It seems like a lot of the European countries kind of introduce alcohol at an earlier stage, and binge drinking isn't as prevalent as it is in America. I don't know. I don't know what the effects would be, but I just, there's a good chance that it would reduce that culture. Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you for your
cool.
voice.
So was the participant honest with what they know? He was able to admit, like at the very end, he was like, I don't know what the effects would be.
Yeah.
So he was able to admit when he didn't know about a topic.
Mm-hmm. So what do we rate that? Like a 4 or 5?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think he's
5, yeah.
Okay. Were they listening attentively, or did they interrupt before the interviewer was finished? I think he did a really good job of that. And even like after you finished your question, he still like took a second before, and he was thinking about it. You could tell because he was kind of like and then he would start with his answer. So what do you guys think?
It's like a 5. Yeah, he seemed to be listening pretty well.
Okay. How did they react to opposing views?
I think he reacted well because for saying he doesn't drink and stuff, like he was still able to give his opinion.
Yeah.
And then when she like questioned him or like gave different statistics, he was like, yeah, like I don't know. Well, he would be like, I just don't know, like what would the effects be?
Yeah.
I think he was still able to like see both sides, so he wasn't like no, like
yeah, and he didn't have like a bias because he doesn't drink. So,
exactly.
So what do you guys think?
Our drinking is bigger. Should we just say
a 4? Did they have evidence to back up their views? I feel like he did have evidence because he did talk about Europe just like the other girl did, but like not as much. I feel like he just kind of stuck with the idea that they had already introduced it at a younger age, but didn't really.
Yeah.
Because
he didn't really have like the experience like the other girl did, but he still brought it up.
It's like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, like a 4.
Yeah. Okay. Did they think about what they were going to say before they answered?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So like a 5?
Yeah, he thought a lot.
Okay. Did they control their feelings throughout the interview? I would say so. He seemed very like mellow and consistent throughout the video. Like a 5?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were they consistent with their thoughts throughout the interview? Did they bounce back and forth on ideas?
I don't think so. I didn't notice him like going back and forth between like, oh, you should lower it, or you shouldn't. I think he was just like, oh, okay, like I see where you're coming from. But I think we should.
So like a 5 on that one. 4 or 5.
4.
Yeah.
Seemed excited regarding the controversial topic.
Not necessarily.
Not really excited.
Yeah. I feel like he was.
He wasn't like angry, but he was just like, like he's just.
I feel like it's
just like a lack of personal experience.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a 3, I think, because he's kind of like in the middle. Did not make eye contact. He kind of like looked down a lot. And I feel like he was like looking at his juice, and like while you were talking, like he seemed to like be looking straight down. I think he was definitely listening, but I don't think he wasn't making eye contact for sure.
I think it's one of those things where like you think too, and like you know how
people
like,
look up
when
or
they think
like
or stuff, or if they're not sure, they like look down and stuff. So yeah, like what did our professor say? Like when you look up your
if you're like looking up and to the right versus to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then she said
one of them is memory, and then one of them you're thinking about it.
That's So I agree. Like, he's probably just thinking about like what he's gonna say next or what.
So which is what she said was like bad technically because you're not supposed to you're supposed to listen to the whole question and then consider like what you're supposed to say. So he definitely did that one, but I didn't see him like fidgeting or like crossing his legs. He definitely didn't make aggressive behavior, and I don't think he made hand gestures because he was very concentrated on that juice.
Yeah.
It's like a 4 then, you think? Because that was like one of the things. We had like 5 of them. So like, since you did one, do like 4.
Yeah.
Were they able to accept the opposing view or even change their view?
He accepted the opposing view, but it didn't change what he thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so like a 4 then again, same as the girl.
It's being recorded.
Yeah. I'm fine with my voice being recorded.
All right. So our question is, how do you feel about lowering the age of drinking to 18?
Oh man. You know, I think if we can serve in the military at 18, we should be able to drink, right? That makes sense. So yeah. Why not?
All right. But what about the fact that the brain might not have been fully matured by the time you're 18?
Is it fully matured by the time you're 21?
I guess that just depends on the people.
That would be my question. I'd have to know, because I mean, if that's the cutoff, then you know, and you were gonna have that be the defining element of what that age is gonna be, then I would have to know what that when does the brain stop developing?
Yeah, that's true. And then do you think it could encourage even younger kids to drink because they're like, oh, since we're around 18 and there's a lot of 18-year-olds drinking, could it be suddenly like 15-year-olds are like, hey, these 18-year-olds are drinking or something like that?
Well, I don't think so.
All right. Okay, thank you for your input.
Is it?
That's it.
My name's Monique and I don't mind being
All right. How do you feel about lowering the drinking age to 18?
I don't agree with it, just because I think that at 21 you're more responsible. I think there are certain things that can be done at 18, but also I go back to like the science of it where our brains are still developing and things like that. So I think the drinking age should stay the same.
Do you think it's fair for people to be able to serve in the military but then not be able to drink?
No, I don't think it's fair. So I think maybe keeping the drinking age the same, but maybe raising the age for the military could be different. Because I think even as adults, well, we're considered 18 as adults, but there's still a lot of things that we don't do, or maybe we're not capable. You know, I don't think it's being independent as people seem to think it is.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think that because kids get access to alcohol anyways, like younger kids around 18 get access to alcohol anyways, do you think that if we lowered the drinking age, at least like we'd get the tax revenue off of that, or do you think it's still not worth it?
I think it's still not worth it.
All right.
The money and everything like that. So it's not worth it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So I think for this one, the last question, were they able to accept the opposing view or even change their view? I think she should get a 5 because she, when you said something, what did you say? You said something about like the military. What do you think about being able to serve in the military but not being able to have a beer? And she like kind of compromised and she was like, yeah, like you're right, like that's not okay. Like maybe we should just lower it for military but not everyone as a whole. So she still compromised.
Or she just kept sticking to her own. Yeah, I feel like she like stuck to her opinion on like no, we shouldn't lower it.
So should we do
I think she's like a middle. I think she's
like a 3?
Yeah.
Did not make eye contact, started fidgeting, crossing legs or arms, made hand gestures, or aggressive behavior. Eye contact, yeah.
I mean, I feel like she wasn't fidgety just because she had a bunch of
Stuff in her hands.
But,
Yeah.
She definitely was looking around.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of things that we don't do.
Decent eye contact.
I just think like a 4.
Yeah, like a 4, because she wasn't like aggressive or anything.
Seemed excited regarding the controversial topic. I don't think so.
No.
Maybe just like a 3.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, she wasn't like standoffish about it, but she wasn't. Okay. Were they consistent with their thoughts throughout the interview? Did they bounce back and forth between ideas?
I think she was consistent.
Yeah.
So like a
5 probably on that.
Did they control their feelings throughout the interview?
Yeah.
Was the participant honest with what they know? I mean, she kind of really.
There was nothing that she was told that she wouldn't have done. Like it was just like the military thing, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm Navy." Yeah.
So
I would say yeah. I mean, or maybe because it doesn't really apply.
Yeah, because there wasn't really anything that she
Didn't. I'd just give her a 5. 'Cause yeah.
Were they listening attentively, or did they interrupt before the interviewer was finished?
She listened.
was listening.
Yeah.
Like a 5. Did they lack time to think about what they were going to say before they answered? I feel like she kind of jumped into it.
Yeah.
Like she was kind of really fast when she answered you.
I don't think she was like really thinking about it because she was pretty strong in her opinion of keeping
The 21. Yeah. So would we give that like
That's lower because she was did they have evidence to back up their views?
No.
3.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't really have evidence at all.
0.
Yeah.
How did they react to the opposing views? I mean, I feel like she kind of considered it with the military, but like still was very
I feel like it was like I considered it, but wiping it off.
Yeah. Her reaction to it was, well, then we should raise the age to go to the military, but keep the drinking age like 21. It was like, okay.
It has to be equal. You can't just select groups.
like a 3. Yeah, there's too much like
I'd say like a 3.
issues
such a
with
big
regulating it and
conflict if that happens to happen.
yeah.
I'd say like a 3.
My name's Tori, and I'm good with being on camera.
Alright, how do you feel about lowering the drinking age to 18?
I feel like that is possibly a good idea because I feel like in European countries they have that, and I feel like they're more responsible, so they learn younger, so they don't get crazy when they're older and they can drink.
Alright, do you think that the brain has fully matured by the time someone's 18, or do you think it could potentially damage?
I think it's mature enough. Kids do it anyways,
Yeah.
so they end up fine. But I feel like they'll be more responsible the younger they start to learn.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think that binge drinking could remain a problem here in the U.S. if the drinking age is lowered?
I think binge drinking, people of all ages do it. I feel like if you teach them when they're younger and not to do that and how to drink responsibly, that there's a lesser chance of that happening, but they do it at whatever age they are.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think that by lowering the drinking age, it would encourage even younger kids to start drinking since, like you said, teenagers are drinking anyways?
I mean, I feel like it really just depends on the person. Like, I feel like it's so iffy. Like, there's kids that are like 11 years old and they're smoking and drinking, but then there's kids that wait till they're 21. So I feel like it just like depends on the person.
Alright, okay, thank you.